Hi everyone. In this short video, we'll go over the latest updates to your Investwell Mint portal. We have released a few new modules and made several enhancements to the existing modules, uh, and we'll cover some of the notable enhancements. So the first module is the transfer holdings one, in which using which you can transfer the AUM from any existing folio that the client has in another ARN to your own ARN via the exception switch method. This requires an integration with either NSE, BSE, or MFU, and you can also switch from direct schemes that your client has to your own regular schemes. This feature is available in the Invest Online menu in the advisor portal. You have to choose the investor here first and then choose the investment profile under that investor. Select the fund that they have an investment in. Ask them for the folio number. You can also take this from the cash file if the client doesn't know that. And then choose the scheme. So this is the existing scheme that the client has that you have to ask them for. And then choose your own recommended scheme, which will be the target scheme. And this scheme will be the scheme in which the investment will come into your ARN. You have to choose an ARN here if you have multiple ARNs and then click on switch all units. We have also added a new dividend report which adds up all the dividends that the client has received in any given period and then shows it to you in dividend reinvestment or dividend payout. So this is available in the client portal under the reports tab. And there are three versions of this report. You can either view it on the screen scheme wise from this date to this date. Click on apply, and this will give you a scheme wise dividend total that the client has received in that time period. Clicking on the scheme name will drill down to the client and then to the folios of that client, and then it will show you the exact transactions that have contributed to that total on the top. This can be taken out in a PDF format to be given to the client or the CA in the capital gain filing, or in a XLS format. We have also added a new feature that can be used to compare schemes for your scheme research. It is available in the utilities menu in your advisor portal. It is called Scheme Compare. You can use this to compare, rank, and track the performance of any scheme that either your client has invested in or from a scheme model that you have previously created in the model portfolio menu. Or you can also select any client, any scheme from the entire scheme universe. So, for example, I'll choose a few ALSS schemes. I'll click on Go here, and it will load up all the available schemes here. I can choose a few of the schemes that I want to compare and then click on the right arrow. This will select these schemes for comparison. Then I can scroll down and have a look at all these three calculators over here. I can choose the NAV date that I want to backtest on and click on show. This will load the data across these few time periods. All the time periods less than 1 year are annualized and are absolute return basis, and the greater than 1 years are CAGR basis. You can also see the returns on a SIP basis instead of a lump sum, and we can see which scheme is consistent across time periods according to the requirement of the client. If you want to go for an existing client, you can click on the family head or client option on the top, then choose the client name, and then this loads up all the schemes that the client has invested in currently. So any scheme which has a positive unit balance that the client has some current holdings in right now is added to the selected list of schemes directly. You can remove any scheme that you don't want by clicking, check marking them from here and then clicking the left arrow. Then we can proceed ahead with the remaining schemes and then add them to the comparison. Can also see a rolling return calculator based on these schemes. You can choose the time period and then choose the start date that we want to compare at. So this creates a rolling return graph, and we can see an analysis of all the 3-year time periods from 1st April 2012 till today. And we can see which scheme has been consistent throughout all time periods. We can track the return consistency using these statistics. What is the average CAGR, the median, the maximum CAGR that anyone could have gotten in a 3-year time period, and the minimum CAGR, the worst performance possible for the scheme, is also listed here. So you should know both the upside and the downside that could have happened when you're backtesting. So this is the best way to backtest any scheme using the rolling returns calculator. So the return consistency shows the uh, uh, how many times was this scheme, was each scheme in these CAGR brackets. Growth calculator shows you how much the amount invested on this date would have changed uh, till this date. So you can choose the from date and to date and enter a hypothetical amount. Click on show to get how the investment of initial investment of 10,000 has changed with time, and then have a summary here. What is the starting NAV, the ending NAV, the closing value of 10,000 rupees in each scheme, the absolute return, and the IRR basis. You can also take this report on a more back date, and you can take this out as a PDF report to send to your client as a proposal for investments. So this will have your logo here and the name of your organization on the top, and a proposal for your client. If they had invested in these schemes this much amount, then how would that amount have grown over time from this date to this date. We can also see this calculator as a monthly SIP calculator. If the investment was not made as a lump sum amount but as a continuous SIP over time, then this is how the performance would have gone. So we can see across schemes, if it was an SIP, which scheme would have outperformed the rest. The trailing return calculators, the information over here can also be taken out as an Excel export for further analysis. And now moving on to the enhancements that we have made. One of the most important enhancements is the locked and unlocked units that we show when investing online. So if you're using the NSE, BSE, or MFU integration, then when you do a redemption or a switch in an existing scheme, then in case of any normal scheme, we show you the short term and long term bifurcation based on the capital gain. Now, for ELSS type of schemes, there is a lock and unlock methodology, wherein if the investment is held for more than 3 years, then it is considered to be unlocked. So that unit balance after FIFO, we show you how many units are unlocked and how many units are locked as of now. Similarly, apart from ELSS schemes, this a similar set of rules is also applicable for retirement, solution-oriented retirement schemes and solution-oriented children gift schemes. So even in those categories of scheme, we show a locked and unlocked. In the children gift schemes, the investment is locked till the till the investor reaches 18 years of age, or the investment has become 5 years old, whichever is earlier. And for the retirement schemes, the solution oriented retirement schemes, the investment is locked till the investor either reaches 60 years of age or the investment has become 5 years or older. So we show locked and unlocked for both these categories as well. So you can make the correct decision. In email scheduler, we have given an option to exclude zero AUM clients so that you don't send uh, portfolio reports or emails in bulk to clients that have a zero AUM. So you can select all your clients from here and then also tick mark the exclude zero AUM option in the email scheduler menu. The variance in allocation report shows you the variance in between the target and the actual asset allocation of your clients. So this is under the business analytics menu in your advisor portal, and you can choose the asset classes that you want to include for this analysis and then click on apply. So then the change that we have made is for the investors for which the target equity and debt allocation is not mentioned, we have assumed it to be 50-50, so that you can so that the report loads and you can see the current asset allocation and make a decision accordingly. So the target, the 50-50 is the assumption that we make. So here you can see what the excess equity portion is based on current minus target, and then see how you can balance it out, how you can rebalance the asset allocation by either switching from equity to debt or debt to equity or adding more in either so that it balances out. So this presents a business opportunity also. You can also take this out as an Excel format. We have made certain improvements to the CAS import utility also, using which you can import other ARN or direct schemes data into the system so that you can give your clients a consolidated view across all their investments, even if it is not under your ARN and not part of your mailbag data feeds. So we have added a transaction type mismatch screen so that any transaction types that we can't understand in the CAS PDF, we show you so that you can match it. And if in certain cases, in case of minors, most probably the pan of the minor is say the parent's pan is added in the minor's pan, the guardian's pan is added in the minor's pan, and the CAS file has only one pan. So we have created a screen in which we ask you who the folio belongs to based on the pan which is in the client profile. So this leads to less rejections. And since the capital gain return filing season has started, we have added a few enhancements to the capital gain report as well. We have added a summary section uh, in short term, long term, equity across equity and debt, and a section which shows you the total amount across these four categories. We have also given you a time period wise breakup of the capital gain. So, and this is how it is asked in the income tax report filing. So we have given you the exact format as required by any CA. We have added an option to upload to for the client to edit their own profile, their basic information in the client portal. So when the client logs in here, they also have an option to go here and click on profile menu and change their information. If suppose their mobile number changes or their date of birth changes, or their address changes, they can edit it over here, and they can also upload a profile picture over here. So earlier this was only available in the clients menu in the advisor portal. We have now added it to the client login also so that they can do it themselves. In the NSE integration, we have added an option to add a new bank. So if you forget to add a bank of a client to do an investment in, or the client says that they have money for the investments but it is in another bank account, you can add that to the IN profile from the invest online menu. In profile list, there's an action on the right called add bank over here, and you can add the details. And in the brokerage analysis report, we have given you the option to choose the financial year for which you want to see the brokerage report, and also see a row wise total on the right. So these are all the updates that we have made for the month of August. And if you have any suggestions, do write to us at support@investwellonline.com. And the link for this topic has been mentioned in the description of the video. Do like, share, and subscribe this video. And thank you very much.